News as we come on the air tonight. An avalanche in the Lee Canyon, Mount Charleston area. Thank you so much for joining us tonight at 5. I'm Abel Garcia.
And I'm Joe Mueller. Trisha Keen has the night off. This footage shows the heavy snow residents and visitors have been dealing with today. Las
Vegas Metro Police as well as other emergency agencies are helping people in that area as we speak. Let's get right out to our Alyssa Bethencourt. She is live from Canyon Road and US 95. Alyssa.
Well, Abel and Joe, agencies are keeping us a safe distance away from where this happened, and for obvious reasons, the conditions are simply not safe, but they are keeping us updated about what is going on up at the mountain. Reports of this avalanche started coming in around 3 o'clock. Initially, 4 people were said to be missing, but we are happy to tell you right now that those 4 people have been located and are safe. I want to pull up some video from Lee Canyon so you can really get an idea of what the conditions look like up there. You can see several cars stuck on the road, including an emergency vehicle. The snowy weather conditions really testing drivers, especially with so much of that snow coming down. There were a lot of people up on the mountain today, of course, trying to take advantage of this weather. Maybe some of them even doing some skiing. One of those people was Michelle Lee Flowers. She was up at Lee Canyon, but says she and her family decided to leave as conditions worsened in the afternoon.
I'm like, this is not good. Number one, we might get stuck up here, or conditions can get very bad. We might not be able to leave, or like things can happen. Like you can see the trees are packed with snow. We didn't think there was an avalanche, but we even thought about that. Sherwood's probably really dangerous right now.
I can't even imagine, and it's a really good thing that they decided to go when they did. Again, if you're just now joining us for our coverage, reports of this avalanche started coming in around 3 o'clock this afternoon. 4 people were initially reported missing, but again, those 4 people have been located and are safe. Now, as far as coming to this area, the recommendation is obviously not to come here right now. Canyon Road is closed down at US 95. That's where we're at right now. Lee Canyon Road is also closed down at US 95. The only people allowed through right now are emergency vehicles and residents. And if you're coming up here, you have to have 4-wheel drive or some chains on your tires. Of course, we're going to keep you updated with this story throughout the night. But for now, I'm reporting live. Joe and Abel, I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Alyssa, thank you for that live report. You can just see that snow coming down in that video and how much snow is on the ground there.
Most certainly. We've been receiving a lot of snow just in the past 24 hours. Let's bring in our expert, our meteorologist, Lynn Trung. And Lynn, can you explain to us how an avalanche like this can even take place?
Certainly, Joe and Abel, as we saw plenty of snow within the last 24 hours. Last check, Lee Canyon picked up 11.5 inches of snow. So that's a lot of snow in a short amount of time. So this is the setup of an avalanche. We have an old layer of snow, and then that new layer of snow just piles up. So the fresh snow on top of compacted snow base, and the new snowpack can become unstable. So this is that wet, heavy snow that's falling right now, and the instability of a snowpack increases the danger. Event is triggered by a variety of factors. So these are just some of the factors that could cause an avalanche of obviously the type and amount of snow that is falling. And this time around, we're getting that wet, heavy snow, and it's falling down pretty quickly, piling up there. Extreme winds, we've seen wind gusts up to about 45 miles an hour throughout the day. Melting due to the sun exposure and surface features, especially a steep slope and a man-made trigger. That could include skiers and snowmobiles. So a lot of factors could go into what causes an avalanche. And as we take a look here at Desert Doppler, a lot of snow falling here in Spring Mountains as well as in the Sheep Range. And we're going to continue to see the snow falling throughout the overnight hours and into tomorrow. In fact, we have that winter storm warning that's still in effect until tomorrow night. Wind gusts up to 45 miles an hour. It's going to reduce visibility. Heavy wet snow traveling can be very dangerous. And by tomorrow night, we could pick up close to 3 inches of new snow in Spring Mountains and the Sheep Range.